Good day, everybody. That's an introduction, I guess. And today we're going to be going ahead and doing another bookshelf roast. All the way back on October 5th, I asked you to go ahead and submit your book containers, and yes, I do need to clarify that because many of you do not have shelves. Now, the last time I did this, I had a couple of comments calling me an asshole for roasting people's shelves. You all understand this is voluntary, right? I'm not breaking into these people's houses, taking these photos, hacking into their Twitter accounts, and responding. These people want to be roasted. So I want to clarify that because I'm surprised it confused some. But before we go ahead and jump into this bookshelf roast, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Snatch. And this video is brought to you by Snatch. Snatch is an interactive online writing community where you can submit stories others build off of in a wonderful spiraling web of snatches. Stories can be posted under 7 different categories: adventure, crime, horror, fantasy, romance, and sci-fi. And then a catch-all final category, whatever. How weird can you make it? Daniel, I'm scared! What is this? Well, I'll tell you. Here's how it works. A story always starts with a beginning, right? You can choose to write a new story beginning and set a vision in motion. Or you can choose to build upon a previously written story and see what direction a community of creative minds continues to take it. Basically, you get to pass the torch for each story and let people build a vision into a final concluded arc, or branch it off into a new direction and see if you can top what's already been done. All Snatches building upon stories will be free for anyone to participate. Perhaps you'd like to start a new story or take a current story in a different direction with a new vision. There are price points to match any budget. Snatch is hoping to help lubricate creative minds by letting them get creative without committing to super large projects. Think of it like writing warm-ups, boxing in the corner. And the fun of coming back to check on what's been done with a story you contributed to or started months ago is endless. Hey, psst, and just between you and me, as a little secret incentive, I wrote a Snatch that's up on their website right now you can contribute to. That's right, you can continue a story I came up with 1 a.m. in the morning while I was not sober. Whether you're an aspiring writer or just want to write along with me, go ahead and check out the link in the description down below and head on over to snatch.sh and let your imagination run wild. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with this little shelf wall boy right here. It's a good collection of books. I try to avoid roasting book collections because I don't know your taste, and your taste is fine as long as you enjoy reading. I do like some of the additions here, and the inclusion of a globe is fantastic. Though I have no idea why you have some of those like mid-2000s shades that were so popular for a while then on the bookshelf. It feels like you just had no other place to put them because there's no way those shades are like specialty, right? You can get those for $5 at like Spencer's. Actually, no, with inflation, it wouldn't be $5. It'd be $15. But I'm not going to roast what doesn't need to be roasted. This is overall fine. I think it's got a good amount of personality. I especially like the positioning of some books and how it kind of gives like a little bit of dynamic angles to the overall presentation. This is a perfectly good one. I'm giving it a B. I'm ready to be hurt. Okay. Plant looks fake, containers don't match and look trashy, a meager manga collection, as well as some books that, I mean, it just kind of feels like your parents had some spare books and handed them to you. I don't get like taste from you, I just get like, these are the ones that I got. You also have a very expensive collection of Wheel of Time up top, but without like a nice book collection to go alongside of it. It's like putting a Cadillac in a busted up garage. It just kind of looks a bit odd. I think the most severe roast I can do here is the lamp doesn't match, the shelves don't match, the whole aesthetic is falling apart, and it looks like a child decorated this. Congratulations. D-. Also, your parents don't love you. You said you wanted to be hurt. I get the feeling there's fluorescent lighting in your home, and that's kind of making me sad. Collections finds, you got some awards up here, and I'm not just avoiding roasting you because you have a series of gavels and some awards that make me think you might be a judge, and I'm terrified that you could one day be ruling on me, and then my biggest complaint is like, you have this Sanderson plushie. You couldn't have put it with Sanderson books? You have a bunch of Sanderson special editions that would equally look as nice facing outward, but you've chosen to go with the classics despite how it now clashes with the plushie. God, that Wheel of Time special edition from Juniper must have sold extremely well for them. I think my biggest complaint is like the bare wood aesthetic for the shelves and how if you look kind of closely, it's very clearly just like 4 segmented cheap shelves. They're all with each other. You have some very expensive books in here, but you've kind of cheaped out on the shelving, which is the presentator of your books. Come on, put some effort. Just stain it darker. It'll look 1,000 times better. It's not that big. It's a weekend project at most. Whenever I see this much manga collected on one shelf, I just become afraid that the shelf is one of the last things someone sees before they're murdered. I've run out of bookshelf space. They're taking over everything and I can't stop them. Is this your dining room table? Oh no. That means you're so alone that you know these chairs won't be used. Boom, roasted. You're lonely. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, even your cat doesn't look like it loves you. It looks like it's cuddling with you because it tolerates it. Jesus. Actually, no, I'm going to give you credit because it doesn't look like you have a whole lot of like DVDs mixed in with your books. You have your DVDs separated behind a glass case and the books not behind the glass case, which I appreciate. Biggest complaint here is obviously you got books that are just like stacked in a way where it's like, why are you doing this to me? It kind of hurts. But I think the shelf is nice enough and you've utilized the top space in a way that I don't absolutely hate. You're also brown nosing by putting me and Kala on the TV, which is nice, good little touch there. And I think overall this is measuring in at completely adequate. My biggest issue is actually going to come in with your furniture. The idea of having a couch with that thin of an arm makes me genuinely upset. I hate that aesthetic. I think it's terrible. And it makes like every time you want to sit on the corner of the couch, you just have this edge ramming right in between your cheeks, coming in like Moses and parting the brown sea. Here's my book cupboard next to my bed. Okay, first of all, it's a things you occasionally need to reach for while you're next to your bed cupboard. This is like 50% book, 50% other stuff going on. I am going to give bonus points though, because a lot of these books actually look red. The spines have some wrinkles in them. This means you're actually someone who is reading through the books you're collecting and not just having a bunch of pristine books on the shelves that you never actually get to. I'm getting real voracious reader vibes here, which I give credit for. Though, I think you'll be the first to admit, in terms of the shelfification, leaves a lot to be desired. As a reader, you get an A, because I think you've probably read a higher percentage of your books than I have of mine, but as a shelf, you get a D-. Like, I don't think you expected much better here. Oh, shout out for China Meville, what's up? Okay, first big boy coming in swinging with a gargantuan shelf mixed in with their entertainment center. You know how I feel about that, but you also included an adorable pet, and that just undoes the criticism right there. But fortunately for me, there's still plenty of criticism to be had. My favorite part of all of this, though, is your happy wedding photo. It's shoved under a shadowy section of the shelf where I can't even see your faces, and neither can most people who are standing at regular height in this room. You just see your decapitated marriage hidden under all your hobbies. I don't mean to read into your life through this, but how's that marriage counseling going? At least I'm making myself laugh. That's all that matters. He's clearly looking at me, and I feel like I'm being watched while I can't look at your shelf while I'm roasting it because Julius Caesar is staring at. Or is that Caligula? Which Roman emperor? What? I think that's Caligula, or is it Trajan? No, that's Caligula. Who has that head? It's like me taking like Genghis Khan and being like, boom, busted him, murdered a shit ton of people. Respect. Why? To take Mussolini's head and put it on my bookshelf now. You have the iconic painting in the back. I also do like the little hobbit hole painting that I imagine you or someone in your family or close friend painted and you have on your shelf. That's adorable. But the book collection itself, from Dune to Millennium to all kinds of Lord of the Rings and fantasy, is nice. This feels like a real diehard fantasy fan's room, and having a couple of chairs facing the fireplace makes me think you really read here. There's not just a TV that you actually spend all your time watching and the books are just there to try to make your TV look sophisticated. Well done. Even the organization upon closer inspection really holds up. So I don't love the aesthetics, but I love the vibe. It's going to average out to a B. Also, I really want to know what set is that for that smiley face right there. Comment down below. I want to know. For some reason, with the aesthetic of like the cats there, which yes, tigers are cats, I'm calling them cats, mainly because I want to imagine I can give them scritches. But with like this vertical bookshelf in this closet, I just keep imagining someone standing at the edge of the closet looking in at me. It gives me that vibe despite no one being there. If I just like went into an AI image generation and put in like basic Starbucks equivalent fantasy fan, boom. And because of that, you get a C, but the C is said like say. Because that's what you are. Love you. Don't anyone else take that kiss. That kiss was explicitly for Rand Althorfinn. I like that name quite a bit. That's good. Oh, it's a Stephen King trilogy. The other one, the image was too small. I couldn't see. That's a really cool box set. Though I don't know why you've decided to play Tetris with your books. I am happy to say, though, you've won. You won Tetris with your books. Congratulations. You win nothing. Don't come after my elephants. Why would I? Elephants are majestic and fantastic, and they're not overused in shelf decoration that I've seen yet. And then this shelf, I also really like the aesthetic of, too. It also matches the other shelf set nicely. The collection's fine enough. I got no issues here. This is just a solid B. Oh, that's not a shower curtain. Or wait, is it? Is this a shower curtain? No, it matches the curtain over here, so this has to just be a big window. But, okay, that is just a door, right? Yes. This feels like it's a bad dream. This is very nice. I like this. It's a little cramped. I couldn't imagine reading near it because like it's just so confined. Maybe that's just my mild claustrophobia. I do like the appeal overall and the collection. I'm going to give this one a B+. Oh, it's got a good boy. You didn't tell me the good boy's name. Okay, I just give them scritches for me and I love them. Ah, we got an elephant. Possibly elephants could eventually be categorized as overused, but the dog makes up for all of that and the general organization is okay. Your level of knackage, like, if there's a volcano, I'm getting some like earthquakes. It's about to reach the point where it's like too much, bad move, but for now, it's cool. We're all right. Why do I feel like these shelves are in timeout? C-. I'm always really impressed when someone manages to find a shelf that goes like almost exactly to their roof, because I imagine either you built it yourself, did the measurements and massive extra bonus points there, or you just did a lot of research time and found a shelf that you really, really like. So I hesitate to like insult your aesthetic because, hey, it's all subjective and you put in effort to find one that really fits the room. So for that reason, I'm going to say you're almost at perfection, but I spotted it. I know what you didn't want me to see, and I see it. Your shelf goes past the doorway of the wall, meaning every time you're coming into the room, you see the shelf sticking out just a little bit beyond, and judging by how recessed the books are, the shelf didn't need to be that thick, so while you were very concerned with height, you didn't quite get the thickness right, did ya? Did ya? You get an imperfect. Sit with that. Feel it. It's never going to go away. This is just beautiful. I mean, you came in with confidence. You came in going lighting, check, collection, check, organization, check. So I don't think it's like super surprising. You just got your A. Move on. Hoo, hoo! I built these with my dad and I'm very happy with the result. This is awesome. Having this like around you while you sleep, and then there's the built-in lights to help your reading. This is exquisite. This goes in my Hall of Fame. The level of knackage, perfect. You do have Funkos, but I'm letting that meme die. I'm gonna get over it, move on, fine. I do like the giant D20 down there. Oh, you also got Cards Against Humanity, the most obnoxious game in the history of games that people still think is somehow a good game that's not. Damaged it a little bit, but this is damn near perfection for so many reasons. I love the backstory of you building it with someone you love. I love the presentation, the utility of it. It really feels, oh, there's a camera above your bed as well. I know it's not plugged in, but still there's the implication. Still gonna give you an A. The disco ball! Oh, I love it! This is like a visual joke to me, but it's like it pulled off. I'm not saying I dislike it. I really, really like it because you have a very classy shelf. A little bit too much knackage, which is almost like foreshadowing something goofy is going to be there. And then you look up and it's just like, I'm also here to do cocaine and dance. I love the very serious portrait too of like a countryside farm. Oh my God, this is great. I love this. The dual stacked skulls. Skulls are as overplayed as elephants, making a callback. I'm going to say overall, I still really like this. I would tone down the knackage. That disco ball is doing a bunch of favors for me. I'm going to go ahead and give this an A-. Ah, big pupper. A+ for the pupper. Not even going to look at anything else. Love it. God, these corner shelves are so sick. I've never had one, but I love when it like pivot with the corner. Also, maybe a little bit too much utilization of the top space, but I also could see why you'd fill it up so much. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer there. I do see all those books you didn't have room for on the side. You thought I'd miss that. These peepers right here, they don't miss much. My guy, my friend, my lovely individual. Assassin's Creed, not that good of a franchise. What happened here? The more I look, the more something went wrong. I'm going to read your caption. Any explanation? Nope, not even any explanation at all. So we have a drill. We have a hole in the wall. For something about this just makes me feel like I want to walk in this room and someone's going to tell me, have a seat. Just have a seat right there. You just sit down. And then a hand's going to come out of the wall and like grab me. I'm going to give that a, have a seat. This amount of clutter around a computer makes me want to die. And on the other end of the spectrum, well-timed, someone who has just completely divorced their shelf from their desk space. I've also never seen someone have a whiteboard like that, but that is a great idea to have, like to keep notes and stuff. Also, dig the mechanical keyboard. I just got the Keychron V1. I literally just unboxed this yesterday. I'm very happy with it so far. It feels like you're in the middle of getting addicted to book buying, and I'm just going to apologize to what's going to happen to your wallet in the future, because you've made your way through a couple series, and you're about to hit the point that a lot of book fans hit, where they're suddenly like, I want all of them. You publicly posted this on my Twitter. Is it used? This is wonderful. This is just like a happy book area. And the puppy looks so happy too. Plants actually look pretty real, or they're good enough fakes that I don't mind. And the dog is well enough trained to have not messed with your plants, which is impressive. Couple certificates letting me know you're an official office business person who's done well. Good job. And I'm gonna give this a B+. I think it's really nice, really nice. I want to come here and play a board game so bad. Good collection, good layout. The diversity of shelf still flows together. Yeah, and there's a massive Ashendari up top with a Mad Hat! A+, this is legendary and great. And Legos! Oh, are those Funkos? No, they're not Funkos! Knocked out of the park. I approve. And you have some indie books in here, I think I'm seeing. So congratulations on supporting the indie side of things. I like you. Would you like to, I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna top an Ashendari. I appreciate and approve of that. We've also gotten to the bottom of the responses. We will be doing more bookshelf roasts in the future, but thank you so much, everyone, for showing up and contributing. It's always fun. I hope I wasn't too mean. I feel incredibly guilty and will go write all of you handwritten apologies. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Be sure to check out today's sponsor, snatch.sh. And I got books, I got merch. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.